Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing. Let's cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do run the jam session. We cook up every single game, and we try to do it every single day. Unfortunately, I did miss yesterday. Had a lot of traveling going on, man. It's been a long weekend for your boy, but new week, new goals, new opportunities, man. Money making Monday here in Sunnyside, Las Vegas, man. The madness has begun. The bracket is set. I'm finna do the damn thing this week to the books ass in college hoops. But just because we're here for college hoops doesn't mean we ain't got a full week of NBA action to tear their ass up with as well. Last week, the last 2 weeks, really I would say the last two and a half weeks have been a really rough stretch for me. It is what it is. I won't lie to you. Won't hide it. Won't try to, make it seem like something it ain't. Just ain't been the best 2.5 week stretch. Happens. I'm a professional. These runs happen. We're also going to have a major heater here soon. It's just part of the game, the ups and downs and ups and flows of the game. As long as you stick to your strategies, you stick to what you're looking at and what you're trying to do, we're going to be profitable. Promise you that. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's try to do exactly that, man. Money making Monday. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Let's do it. Money Making Monday, man. First game on the board. We got the New York Knicks laying 7.5 points on the Miami Heat. Total 210.5. Two teams y'all know I'm not in love with by any stretch of the imagination. Miami, man, this team has absolutely started to free fall. They lost Jimmy Butler. They lost their identity. They have done absolutely nothing since then. The Heat culture hasn't been able to save them. Eric Spoelstra hasn't been able to save them. Weak competition hasn't been able to save them. Miami is just not playing well right now. And in their current form, I'm not looking in their direction. I'm sorry. They have shown me no pulse, no signs of life. Nothing that says look in their direction in this one. New York has beaten them twice this season, 116-107 and 116-112. So the Knicks do come into this one not playing great themselves. They've only won 2 of their last 5 games, and those wins came over Portland and Sacramento. But in this one, I think they're just head and shoulders better than this current iteration of Miami. I'm well aware that Jalen Brunson is still out. Laying this many points with the Knicks, no Jalen Brunson, does make me a little nervous. But in a game picked between two evils, Knicks, we know where they struggle mightily. It's against the best teams in the league, the good teams in the league. The Miami Heat are nowhere close to that. Not overcomplicating this one. Lay the points here with the Knicks. We keep it rolling. We head over to Houston, where we have a problem, man. Them Rockets are laying 15.5 points on the Philadelphia 76ers. Houston, these boys been rolling of recent. Fred VanVleet back in the lineup. This team has gotten back to its winning ways at home. They did fail to cover in their last one. We had them as our play of the day the last time they played against Chicago, laying 6.5. They won the game by 3. Happens. They're not going to cover every single game at home. You feel me? I thought it was a good spot for them, but we know Chicago's been a scrappy bunch post All-Star break. Houston, though, still extremely comfortable at home. This is their, 6th or 7th straight home game. So they've been shooting at the same gym, same rim for over a week. Comfortable at home. We love betting them at home. Philadelphia right now currently the worst ATS team in the league. No need to overcomplicate this one, ladies and gentlemen. Lay the points with confidence here on the Houston Rockets. This should be a game they absolutely take Philadelphia behind the woodshed. Philadelphia, I don't like the spot for them on a second leg of a back-to-back with travel. Dallas to Houston isn't the, lengthiest to travel, but you feel me? It's still Philadelphia team that may be one of the worst in the league, and this is still a Houston Rockets team who I think is still flying under the radar, and they could really do some damage this season in the Western Conference. We keep it rolling, man. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment, at home, laying 7.5 points on the Indiana Pacers. Total 228.5. The injury report for Indiana is what's extremely concerning, and it is what has this line looking the way it looks. Nesmith, game time decision. Miles Turner, game time decision. Pascal Siakam, he's out. And Tyrese Halliburton is game time decision. For Minnesota, it's just Mike Conley. Minnesota's been on a tear. Minnesota's been one of the hottest teams in the NBA. This team has finally caught rhythm. They're finally starting to look like the team that was in the Western Conference Finals a season ago. They're heating up. I don't know if I feel comfortable laying this many points when I'm at home at the crib, though. I'm just going to be real with y'all. This is a game I want to see the injury report clear up. I want to see the injury report clear up for Indiana. And if it clears up in the manner that I expect it to, I want to be on the Pacers with the points in my back pocket. I think this is just too many points to lay with Minnesota on another good team like Indiana, on another team that was in their conference finals a season ago as well. Minnesota, I do think right now, at the current time I'm recording this video, is slightly the better team, especially in the current form that they're in. But I don't think that gap is -7.5. If the injuries stay the way they are, yes, the gap is 7.5. But if the injury report clears up, I think getting value on Indiana, a scrappy team, a fly under the radar team, I think their style of play will cause Minnesota some issues. I honestly believe if the injury report clears up in the right way, Indiana has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. I want the Pacers plus the points in my back pocket, but again, contingent on the injury report. We got the New Orleans Pelicans at home at the crib with the Detroit Pistons rolling in. Pistons laying 7.5 on the road. Pistons coming off of back-to-back L's. They lost to the Wizards, 129-125, then lost to the Thunder Buddies, 113-107. The Pelicans, this team has now lost 4 of their last 5. They're back, a mainstay on the do not bet list. Got aired out by Houston, did compete against Memphis, beat the Clippers, but then turned around, got aired out by the Magic, and then you lose at home to the Spurs. No Wemby, no Fox. With their current form, San Antonio's in. That's disgusting, and that was enough to put New Orleans back on the DNB. This team's not serious. They're not taking the shit serious. They're tanking. They're trying to get a lottery pick. It couldn't be more obvious than the way they played against that San Antonio team, at least in my opinion. I don't bet the Pistons often. It's mainly because they're the Pistons at the end of the day, and laying 7.5 points on the road with the Pistons makes my stomach hurt. I'm just gonna be real with y'all, man. It's just something It's just something I don't want to put a whole lot of money on. The Pistons laying points on the road. They have been profitable. I have left a lot of money on the table this season, not betting with Detroit. I do like the pieces over there on Detroit, man. I do. But at the end of the day, laying 7.5 with this team on the road makes my stomach hurt. Forced to play this game, the play is Detroit. The play in this game is Detroit. They are the better basketball team by a wide margin. And that sounds crazy to say. It's a team that was the worst team in the NBA last season, and it wasn't even close. They're now a playoff team. And the Pelicans, the current iteration of the Pelicans, might be the worst team in the NBA. Maybe third worst. Only 2 teams worse than them right now are Washington and Utah. And then Philly. And then New Orleans. Feel me? Small win on Detroit, laying the points in this one. We keep rolling. We got your Chicago Bulls laying 5.5 points on the Utah Jazz. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how I feel about the Jazz. They've waved the white flag. Cooper flag sweepstakes. This team's done. Stick a fork in them. They're cooked. They did beat the Bulls earlier this season in Chicago. That game was way back in November before these teams started tanking. Chicago, again, they've been a really scrappy bunch post All-Star break. Really scrappy. I like the way the Chicago Bulls team is playing. They playing like they want they 10th seed play-in spot that they always have. That's how they playing right now. And Utah just seems disinterested. They're in the Cooper flag sweepstakes. We haven't made a pretty penny with Utah at home this season like we did last season. 2 teams going in opposite directions right now is how I feel about this game. I'll lay it here with the Chicago Bulls. We got the Golden State Warriors laying 4.5 points on the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Total 236.5. Really good game tonight. Can't wait to sit back and watch this one. First thing we got to talk about is the injuries, though. Christian Braun, game time decision. Aaron Gordon, game time decision. Jamal Murray, game time decision. Nikola Jokic, game time decision. Julian Strother, he's out. For the Warriors, Podziemski, he's out. Stephen Curry, game time decision. Monday night, ESPN game. Nothing else on tonight. No college hoops. College hoops going to dominate the remainder of the week. This is the NBA's flagship game tonight. Everybody's playing. Just letting you know, everybody's playing. And in the case that everybody's playing, I'm just going to tell y'all the same thing I have continuously told y'all. We're not switching up the formula. We're not doing none of that. Until the Warriors cool off, we are blindly betting Golden State. Short, sweet, simple. Been telling y'all this for like 2 weeks. We've been on the Warriors the entire run. Since they acquired Jimmy Butler, we have been on the Golden State Warriors. I came on here, I said, I got the Warriors going to the Western Conference Finals. Lakers, Warriors, Western Conference Finals. Everybody said, Jay, you're an idiot. Ha, 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 ha. You're stupid. Now look who's laughing, bro. Steph Curry and his 2 henchmen is out there balling. Y'all act like you ain't seen this before. Like Jimmy ain't this try-hard-ass player he's always been. Like Steph Curry isn't the greatest guard in the history of the NBA. Maybe the second best guard behind Mike Jordan. Mike Jordan was a 2, though. I'm going to say Curry the best PG. I got Curry at my 1. I got Curry at my 1. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't care what name you name. I got Curry at my 1. And with that being said, bro, him and Draymond and Jimmy been balling. Denver, where do we like fading them? Out on the road anyway. Revenge game for the Warriors as well, as the Nuggets beat them back in December in Denver, 119-115 on the 3rd. So revenge game at home. Warriors, the hottest team in the league, playing with this confidence, playing, like they've been here before. Comfortable at home. This is their 5th straight home game. Nothing here tells me to doubt these boys. Nothing. The Nuggets had their run. They've kind of cooled off here of recent. They've only won 2 of their last 5 games. They just lost to the Wizards, for crying out loud. Jordan Poole, game time. I'm on the Warriors. Don't want to overcomplicate it, man. The Warriors, when they're cold, you continue to fade them until they heat up. When they're hot, red hot, when they're hotter than fish grease like they are right now, you just continue to bet them until given a reason not to. We'll keep it rolling, man. We got the Phoenix Suns laying 8.5 points on the Toronto Raptors. Total 227.5. Don't care about a spot. Don't care about a situation, no matter how you slice it. The Phoenix Suns should not be laying this many points on anybody. I wouldn't lay 8.5 points with Phoenix on Washington. I wouldn't lay 8.5 points with Phoenix on Philadelphia. I wouldn't lay 8.5 points with Phoenix on, who's the other one? New Orleans. I wouldn't do it. So there's no way in hell I'm doing it on the Toronto Raptors, who have been a money-making machine this season. As far as I'm concerned, the Raptors have a legitimate chance to win this game outright at plus 300. I know it's not the best spot and situation for Toronto tonight, but like I said at the start of this game, I don't care about a spot or situation here. This ultimately comes down to Phoenix, and Phoenix does not deserve to be laying this many points. Remember, who was the worst ATS team last season? It was Atlanta. Who was right above Atlanta? Phoenix. So they were the 2nd worst ATS team in the NBA last season. Who's the 2nd worst ATS team right now? Phoenix. Last 2 seasons combined, they're number 1 by a pretty wide margin. I say that to say this is just who this team is from an ATS perspective. They're not a money-making team. They're the exact opposite. They're an exact fade. I believe the last 2 seasons combined, just blindly fading Phoenix, I want to say we're cashing at almost a 65% clip. That's how bad they are from an ATS perspective. And in games like this, laying this many points is where you run into troubles, where you run into issues. Toronto's a scrappy team, scrappy bunch. Play hard, play through the whistle, play through it all, play through the full game. Even if Phoenix jumps out to a huge lead in this one, that back door will be wide open. And I want those points in my back pocket with the money-making machine, Toronto Raptors. And I'm not mad at anybody taking a plus 300 shot on them boys today. We got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Kings laying 2.5 here in this one. Total 237.5. Man, Memphis, from an ATS perspective, they have not been great. We put them on the DNB following the Cleveland game. That game really irked my last nerve. This is a Memphis team. They did cover yesterday. They played Miami. We bashed Miami earlier in the show. But I believe Memphis is now only like 3 and they've only covered in like 3 of their last 15 games. Like, that's how bad of a run Memphis has been on from an ATS perspective. You may look at their games, but like they're winning games. But as far as covering point spreads, putting money in your pocket, they have not been doing well at that. Keep an eye on the injury report in this one as well. John Morant, he's out. Scottie Pippen Jr.'s game time decision. Sacramento, they've lost 4 straight games. Phoenix, Golden State, New York, LA. These 2 teams have matched up twice this season. Memphis won the first one in Memphis, 115-110. Sacramento won the last one, 138-133 on the 3rd of January. A game, I'm going to be honest with y'all, personally, I probably will have $0 on today. I will probably have no money on this game today. I don't trust Memphis. I've lost too much money with Memphis over the last 2 weeks or so. And Sacramento has been a mainstay on the DNB for majority of the season. Still one of the worst ATS teams full season. Forced to play this game, though, I would lean towards the Sacramento Kings laying the lumber. Bounce back game at home. They're coming off 4 straight L's, playing a depleted Grizzlies team right now. Kind of leaning in the direction of Sacramento. It's a lean, though, at best. Last and final game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. We made it. We got the Washington Wizards out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Blazers, 5.5-point home favorites. I'm going to lay the points here with the Blazers. Don't want to overcomplicate this one. Wizards are playing well, coming off wins over Detroit and Denver. Shout out to them boys. They've actually won 3 of their last 5. All 3 of those being on the road. This will be, their 6th straight road game, though. I just don't like the spot for them. They way cross-country, too. Way cross-country. They in Washington over here, and now they got to go play way over here in Portland. Is this the last game before they go home? Nope. They back on the road again in Utah after this. Then they go home. So I'm just not liking this road trip for Washington. They have played well in it. But the Blazers, I think, handle business here. I like how the Blazers came back and beat Toronto yesterday. I thought Toronto had that one in the bag. Blazers came back and got them, won the game. Laying 5.5 with Portland, who is the better basketball team, is, I believe, the right play to do here on our last and final game of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Money Making Monday, new week, new goals, new opportunities. I'm in Sunnyside, Las Vegas. The madness has begun. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. This week, man, if you're on my premium side, you're only getting plays that I personally am betting heavily. So if you're on my premium side this week, plays may be limited. It may not be the usual volume of plays that I have, but it's because we're betting a smaller group of games heavier while I'm here in Vegas. I'm just letting y'all know the strategy. So if you're wondering if you've been on the premium side for a while, like, damn, why Jay don't got as many games as he usually do? That's why we're just toning it down a little bit, hitting it a little harder. So you can scoop up those plays over at Pickdawgz Premium if you want to know what I got, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, though. All I ask is that you smash the like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Me, your guy, Jay Briggs. See y'all tomorrow. See a lot of y'all here on Wednesday if you're coming out here for Mitch's celebration of life, man. Celebrating the GOAT himself. R.I.P. to him, man. It really don't even feel right being in Vegas without him. Life's crazy, bro. Life is absolutely insane. Don't take any day for granted, man. Wake up and go get this shit every day because you never know when it's your last, man. You got to run it up every single day and be grateful for every last breath that you got. Just like I'm grateful for every last one of y'all that continue to tune in and watch this video, man. I really am. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.